They built one complete set. Spyker would travel the world with that set, and now it was with that car. Complete set. I told you about the MC12 livery car I have. That's the white blue one. And the ideal match was a car that has the same livery, also two-tone. There are 4 two-tone ever built. So there were the 3 white blue, and there was a gold black one. And nobody knew where that was. I didn't know, and that was like a very good mystery about where that would be. I heard that it would be in Czech Republic, but where? Nobody knows. I went on Instagram like every petrolhead does, and I saw one picture passing by recently about that car photographed in Prague, Czech Republic. So I reached out to that gentleman and I said, is this car for sale? Because I'm really interested in this gold double 12. So the gentleman said, no, it's an older man. He has enough money. He doesn't want to sell it. And yeah, he's also not ready to sell. So I said, okay, can you please talk to the owner and ask if he ever wants to sell it, please contact me and then I'll want to talk and see what we can do. And then a few years passed by and I got a call and said, okay, the gentleman really would like to talk to you about selling the car because he's old, he doesn't want to pass it on to his children and he wants to have a good home for the car. And I said, yeah, I can provide it and I will take good care of it. So we went into contact and I talked to the owner, got all the pictures that I wanted. It was an automatic gearbox. That's the only downside of this car, but it ticked all the options. So it even had the heated seats, it had the Chrono Swiss gauges and dials. So it's a watchmaker made all the gauges and knobs. Beautiful interior. The only ugly part of the interior that I thought it was yellow with black interior, which in my opinion didn't match the gold. The color combination was elegant and it really would fit my collection of livery cars, and it was a one-off and I like one-off cars. So I said, yeah, I won't fly to Prague, I will buy it blindly because I think it's so unique and so ugly. I want this car. So I told my wife, I'll buy it blindly, and she said, no, it's so ugly. We called it the Papadum car because it's like an Indian curry vibes. I was still talking to the owner and he showed me one picture, and on the picture I saw on the side a Louis Vuitton bag. And that Louis Vuitton bag, it was like, I recognized the bag. So I asked the owner, this bag, did it came with the car? He said, no, I don't think so, but did I have this bag? I'm like, are you sure that this bag doesn't belong to the car? He said, yeah, I don't know. So I said, can you please look if you have more bags in the similar size and everything? So he said, yeah, I'll check. And a few days later, he contacted me and said, Jasper, I found the bags. My daughter confiscated them in the collection. And so there are more bags. There are 5 bags of Louis Vuitton, all made exactly for Spyker. If you know the connection between Spyker and Louis Vuitton, they go back a really long time. So in the 1900s, Spyker would race with their cars, and they also had fitted luggage of Louis Vuitton. So if you ever find an old race car picture, you'll see Louis Vuitton big on the side, and they would race with those suitcases. And at that point in time, Louis Vuitton said, okay, we would like to build also a set for your current cars. They built one complete set. Spyker would travel the world with that set. And now it was with that car, complete set. And that's really unique. It was one of the most expensive options that you could choose. And this is now with the car again. And it's, yeah, where it should be. The option, rumors go that it's about 100,000 euros at that time. I asked Louis Vuitton again to build me a set for another of my car. They only want to build a toolkit for me. And currently they are asking 15,000 for only the toolkit, a very small box. So at this point in time, I also don't think that Louis Vuitton would like to do this again. Make custom sized bags and suitcases for one car. I think they won't do it again. So they made about, I think, 10 toolkits for Spyker. One of the toolkits is owned by the King of Morocco, but like there are few toolkits that are circulating. Even the King of Morocco thought it probably was too expensive, so he only chose the toolkit, which you don't see, but it's because you also have the toolkit in the front of your car. Why would you buy a toolkit that is exposed to the weather and in the front of your car? You would never use that. So also the King of Morocco has it somewhere stored separately from the car because it doesn't fit anywhere. The owner really drove the car, and it's also now for me one of my driver cars. So I drive it a lot. It's now currently 15,000 kilometers, which is reasonable for a Spyker. It's not the highest mileage, but I think it's the highest mileage double 12 out there. And I love driving it. I love the art of this car. And I want to show people also these double 12s. Like I said, there are 13 in the world. And I think there are only 2 guys in the world that really drive their double 12. That's me and a friend of mine with the white blue double 12. And we are the only one that drive them.
If you get a ticket, the first thing you should do is text a picture of it to 305-305. That will get the ticket clinic on your case immediately. You'll be facing costly fines, risks of suspension, possible jail time, points on your license, higher insurance premiums, and a lot of bad things that they can help you to avoid. You can also find them at the link in the description below, but the Ticket Clinic is a nationwide law firm with brick and mortar offices in Georgia, Florida, and California, but they've got attorneys everywhere, and that's what's most important, because a local attorney will know exactly how the local laws work, know the people who are in charge, and get you the best outcome possible. So text a picture of your ticket to 305-305 or click the link in the description below to fight your ticket with the Ticket Clinic.